My name is Brandon Cornelier. I'm a sophomore here. When you have staff on campus that really don't do their job, it's really not that hard. When your RAs really don't care about anything but themselves, really not hard. The only people that seem to care for the most part are the RHDs, but when they're not around that much, or they're not in their offices, they really don't care. It's like a don't ask, don't tell type of situation. So if it's there, they don't see it. If they can't see it, and they don't see it out in the open, they're not going to ask about it. Even if they know the telltale signs that you've been drinking, they're not going to say anything, unless you really need help. I just think they need to be more aware of what's going on. I think, for the most part, they know what's going on, but it's also like, it's a not my problem issue. Like, if there's nothing going on, there's not a problem with someone, a student, anyone, they don't really do anything unless it gets to the point where where students are too obnoxious, that kind of stuff. Basically, once the students are in their room, they have free reign to do whatever they want, so long as they're not breaking any laws. There are dorms on here on campus that have had floor parties, Their RAs don't really care. Staff doesn't really care so long as there's no trouble, damage being caused, and no one's health is at risk. But there is a lot of partying, there's a lot of partaking in extracurricular activities in the dorms, though. Just like most college campuses around the country, there is going to be, and there always will be, some sort of extracurricular activity. This all comes down to the staff here on campus, how they handle what's going on. Because if the staff know what's going on or can hear what's going on, it's going to be less likely that these pre-parties are going to be continuing and get too out of hand. Now, sometimes they can get out of hand. I know a number of dorms on one side of campus that this happens. The entire floor is basically partying, or pre-partying, I should say, and not go out, and they just tend to have parties on the floor. It's all about safety. If the students here are safe and realize when they need to cut themselves off and they realize they've had enough or too much and can acknowledge that, then I think the party culture will be a safer party culture. It's all about knowing what you can handle and what you can't handle, especially in those situations.